Now, G2K started about 14 years ago. And it started with a group of youngsters. And I include myself in that group. We were discussing the future of our country. And we realized that there was a generational change taking place in Jamaica. That there was emerging a set of young people who had a different perspective on how development should take place in the country. And we tried to figure out how should we coin this, how should we name this movement. And the name came up. This is Generation 2000. And then we said Generation 2000 is too long, and then we decided that we will go with the abbreviated version, G2K. And it caught on like wildfire. It attracted so many young persons that we started out as a movement. There was no intention to start off as an organization. It was just a group of like-minded individuals coming together. But then it got so huge that we had to put in our movement. So we had to have a president and an executive. And it has grown since then. So now we have to have chapters all around the country. And tonight, we are continuing the growth of the organization by officially launching the Hanover chapter. And I think you should congratulate yourselves, Hanoverians. Let me say to the leadership of G2K, Floyd is here, Dwight is here, and the General Secretary is here, and the Vice President is here. Am I leaving out anybody else? Forgive me.
Another Vice President.
And another Vice President. Now, the party is very proud of what you're doing. The party is very pleased with the work that you have done. G2K is the premier youth political organization in the Caribbean. There is no other political organization with the depth, skill, competence, but most important, the vision that G2K possesses. And we should be proud of that. If you were to do a poll today, and we have been doing our polls, it will tell you that young people are gravitating more towards the Jamaica Labour Party. And a large part of that is the work that G2K has done and the image of G2K. So we are very proud to have young people who have formed this organization, continue to work in this organization that continues to represent hope for a better Jamaica. But there is some work to be done. There is some serious work to be done. Whilst young people are gravitating towards the Jamaica Labour Party, they want to see change. They are frustrated with the old type of politics. They want to see a politics of hope, a politics that is visionary, a politics that is transformational. They want to see that. Many of them don't understand the politics of action. In other words, we like to talk about it, we like to complain about it, we like to speak in glorious terms about it, but we don't like to act upon it. And some of it is that we don't know how to, because we view political action sometimes as dirty. So we view political action sometimes as probably beneath us. We view political action sometimes as corrupt, and sometimes we view it as disruptive and destructive. A part of the transformation of the politics then, and a part of the challenge that I throw to G2K, is to get our young people not just to talk about what we would want to see in transforming our politics, but to start to act in transforming the politics. And one of the most important action in transformation is voting. G2K, I charge you not just to get our young people talking about the politics, get them to start to vote. Get young people interested to the point where they will leave their house on election day, stand up in the line, dip their finger in the ink, mark their ballots, and come out of that polling station feeling as a proud citizen of the country that they have made action to transform the future of the country. So I'm charging G2K, particularly G2K Hanover. We lost this seat by 240 odd votes. I know that you can find 241 young persons. At least you're looking at 1,500. Very good to know. So I'm expecting that Mama P, the real Mama P, Mommy P, the real Mommy P, Paula Carjart. I'm expecting her then to win by more than 1,000 votes coming next election. And I am charging G2K Hanover with that responsibility. I wonder if you understand what I'm saying. Labor rights, sometimes, you know, we get frustrated with ourselves. Labor rights are genuinely interested in country first. And if they're not comfortable and they're not sure, they have a tendency to say, well, I'm not going to come out and vote. But let me say something to the labor rights today. That puts your country at risk. It threatens our democracy. It is not the fashionable thing to do to say, I am not going to vote. There are some people who say a no vote is a vote. That's not the case. When you don't vote, you have no say. And I can tell you privately, is a lot of Jamaicans feel now that they have no say. Because in the last election, they did not vote. And a lot of them are saying, no, I want to have a say in my country. I am disappointed to see how things have turned out because I stayed away. So in the next election, I am going to make sure I am there to vote. And I want the G2K people to go out there and find those persons who didn't vote the last time, for whatever reason, and engage them in a conversation. Show them reasoning, because as a political party, we have a duty to reach to every Jamaican with a message of hope, with a message of change, with a message of prosperity, with a message of progress. We have that duty. And I don't want to leave it up to G2K alone. Every active labourite must get up and go there and find the disgruntled people, the people who have lost hope and faith in this country, the people who feel that politics can't bring any good to this country, the people who feel that it is just more of the same and it will never change. I want you, the believers, the true labourites, to get up and become missionaries. Find those people. They might be your neighbor. They might sell in the market. They're in your church. They're in your Kiwanis club. They're at your school. They're in your business. Find them and have that conversation. there is a change happening in the Labour Party. And that change is not just about how we organize, but it is a change in how we approach politics. We believe in a politics of responsibility. Nobody can say that the Labour Party in its conduct in opposition has done anything to put the future of this country in jeopardy. We have not been irresponsible. There are many issues in this country that a snap of the finger could ignite the country in flames. But as leader of the opposition, I love my country and I don't want to see it go up in flames. There are a few people who will complain, who feel that the only way to exercise political force and power is to go out there and burn it down. But you know what? Middle Jamaica, that set of Jamaicans who look on and hold the country's future in balance. Middle Jamaica, those people who are not wedded to JLP or wedded to PNP. Middle Jamaica, those people who look not just on the economics, but they also look at where the society is going in terms of its own morality. Those people look on and they want to see leadership that they can trust. Leadership that is focused, leadership that is democratic, and leadership that allows participation, but leadership that is strong and visionary. And we have crafted ourselves in that mold to offer that kind of leadership to the country. We are not going to only appeal to labor rights. We must appeal to the middle Jamaicans, those people who hold the balance. And our politics in the Labour Party has to change to reflect what it is that middle Jamaica would want to see. G2K has a major role to play in that, because G2K has the foot soldiers who can help us to reach to that middle Jamaica, that independent voter, that independent-minded Jamaica. G2K, you have that task in hand, and you can do it. And tonight, I charge you with doing it. There is a sense in Jamaica that the PNP control. Let me tell you what the PNP strategy is. The PNP wants to only control a certain number of votes in a certain number of seats. They control 12 seats that at any election they get 80,000 votes. They start. If the rest of Jamaica vote or don't vote, it doesn't really matter, because their base votes. And once their base votes, we compete with our base, and if middle Jamaica independent voters are dissatisfied with politics, they don't vote. And so always the PNP has the advantage. That is not good for our democracy. What that will create is a totalitarian state where only one political party dominates. Why? Because those people who hold the balance of the country in their hands feel that it don't make sense they vote because they can't change anything and they're frustrated. Well, the Jamaica Labour Party has to appeal to those persons now to say, let us form an alliance for change in this country. Let us, as the political activists, commit to giving good leadership. Let us, as the political activists, commit to fight against corruption, to give policies a chance that will grow the country. And you, as the independent voter, give us a chance to exercise that leadership. Let us retake democracy in this country. For 18 years, we had one government. The result of that 18 years is that our society deteriorated to the worst it has ever been since our independence. We had 4 years, and within those 4 years, we made significant improvement. Under the PNP, crime rose to alarming levels. It took the JLP to bring it down and send it on a downward trend. During the worst recession, during those 4 years, we held the economy stable. We recovered the dollar and held it stable. We put in place policies that placed us on the pathway to growth. The PNP has come now, and all we can see is the dollar running away, leaving us. The devaluation of the dollar, is not just an economic phenomenon. When you look at your dollar devalue, it is a pride thing for Jamaicans as well. It affects the confidence of the country. And if you have to go to the supermarket every week and face different prices, because when you ask, why the price have moved so? The people say to you, you don't see the dollar move. You start to wonder, so what happened when I can't earn any dollars? I'll not be able to afford any food. And the PNP don't give you no hope. What the PNP is saying is that the dollar must run some more. Run go where? There is an urgency in our country, because there are those who sit in high office who would want to tell you that what the PNP is doing is the right thing. There are those who sit in high office who would want to say to you, everything is all right, man. Don't worry. What is going on is the only thing to do. I urge you, don't buy that argument. Don't listen to those persons who are just giving the PNP doctrine to you as independent people. Don't listen to them. Because you know, you feel it in your pocket when you go to the supermarket. You see this whole energy business? I wonder if you realize that the energy prices, your electricity bill is going to go up. And you know why it is going to continue to go up? Because the PNP has made a mess, a monumental mess of getting in new generating power in this country. And there are those who want to tell you, why? Nobody quarrel about it. Give Sister P a chance. Give your electricity bill a chance. Labor rights. I don't want you to come to me with that foolishness, You elect a prime minister, and is a prime minister run the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want labor rights carry that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them. I have a talk strong to you tonight because it is midterm. And let me tell you what is coming down the tubes. 2.5 years of government, the PNP has not fulfilled one promise. True. Nothing has been achieved. True. And we know what the PNP is. It is an election machinery. What you're going to see happen from now on is that they're going to stop businessing about improving the conditions of life and try to cater to the minority of their base support. This is when you go and say, let go run with it. Because they are now starting to prepare for elections. That's the strategy. So you hear them starting to prepare for elections when they have not yet sorted out the country's business. As labor rights, we can't allow that to happen again. The independent voters in Jamaica should not sit by and allow that to happen again. It is now time that those people who sit on the fence take a serious look at what is happening in the country. It is now time that labor rights stand up and be counted. In our 4 years, we have done more than the 18.5 and the 2.5 of the PNP put together. You hear them talk about the missing years? The years not missing. Them no want to hear about it. Because those years make them shame. We are the ones who must talk up about what we did in our 4 years in government. We have a proud history. When you talk to any Jamaican about the Labour Party, they will tell you, we are the party that improve the economy and the lives of people. You hear this fool argument being brought up about who cares more about the poor. Let me tell you this. The JLP loves the poor too. But we don't believe that we can talk people out of poverty. We don't believe that a mere hug and a kiss is going to get you out of poverty. We don't believe that a promise of curry goat and oxtail is going to change your life out of poverty. We don't believe that Jeep is going to drive you out of poverty. The Jamaica Labour Party don't believe that it can hand its way out of poverty. The Jamaica Labour Party believes in help up. That is why we put in place the Solidarity Program, the best program ever in Jamaica to improve the quality of life of the small man. Some of you too young to remember Solidarity. The JLP believes that we can improve the lives of people through education. And as Minister of Education, I've made sure to put in place all the programs necessary to move the education standard of this country till no one can controvert that. So I want you to be proud of your history. And I want you now to become missionaries for the cause of building this country. The time is coming when we will have to step on the road in a serious way. The time is coming when we are going to have to give leadership in the crisis, because the PNP has no clue about building this country. Are you ready, Labour Rights? Are you ready, Labour Rights? Are you ready? I send the message to you loud and clear. The time is coming when we're going to have to step on the road. But remember, whatever we do, we are a responsible opposition. And we love, protect, and preserve our country. God bless Jamaica, and God bless you, and God bless